We got a 2002 996 911. Beautiful freaking car. Such a great condition. So this customer takes really good care of his vehicle, and he wanted me to actually take it down and replace his oil separator valve. The best way to do it is remove the transmission. It's actually much better, and you end up not breaking anything. A lot of times everybody goes through the intake. We don't do it that way. That's the amateur way. Anyways, the good reason is also you can actually check out the rear main seal. Now, I just removed the rear main seal, and I already cleaned this area up. There's some oil residue. Somebody actually did the IMS bearing. We didn't do this IMS bearing, this LN engineering bearing. And as you can see, well, it's hard to see the residue now, but you can see that oil residue on the left. They didn't put the sealant on the bolts that came in the kit. This is why it's important to have a qualified person install these bearings. That's why there's certified installers. Our shop is a certified installer because we follow all the rules, all the processes of the LN engineering bearing installation. There's also upgraded case bolts. These will leak. See that blue? It's actually a micro-encapsulated bolts, and these are also a must replacement item. So what I'm going to talk to you guys about today is when the bearing, well, after you install the IMS bearing, you then want to move down to your RMS rear main seal. The biggest issue is to make sure the surface on the inside and here as well, it's clean. And you want to use a special Porsche tool for this installation if you decide to tackle the job. Here's all our tools here. This is the rear main seal tool that we're going to be using. I'm going to set it up here on the desk. As you can see, it already has the old seal that was in there. I could almost bet somebody's going to comment and say, well, you can just beat it in with a hammer and it's going to do just as fine of a job as this tool, and what a waste of money for this tool, because this tool is about 800 bucks and you can't even get it. I think they discontinued, Porsche now discontinued it. Well, let me tell you, the person that's going to be using the piece of wood or some kind of a fixture, there's no way you're going to prevent it from getting cocked. These seals will constantly cock because it's PTFO seal. And also, what if you have the wrong depth? The depth has to be 3 millimeters all around, and if it's slightly cocked, it's going to leak. Why risk that? Also, there's no stopping point. Crankshaft has nothing to stop it, so if you beat on the seal, you see the timing chain in there? Yeah, you'll beat it right inside of an engine. You probably don't want to use a tool like a piece of wood. I remember somebody commented on one of the videos one time saying that they would just use a hammer to beat it in. Well, you could certainly try, but is it worth risking an engine when your seal blows out? I don't think so. I would not do that. It's just better to pay somebody than waste an engine. We only use the Porsche. This is only the Porsche rear main seal. We don't use any other ones. I'm going to show you guys how we set it up to install. This is how it goes on, and I'm about to attach this to the rear crankshaft, and it has this depth right here. You see that lip? That's how much it sinks it past the crankshaft housing. I'm about to install it onto the case and show you. We got this installed already, so it's time to install this portion right here. That, and we're going to put our bolt in just like that. Now, as you can see, that gap right there, just watch it. See if I can get the camera closer. Hard to do it one-handed. Notice that gap is getting filled. You see how I'm installing it dry? You cannot install it with oil. You're not, if you put anything on here like oil, this thing will leak and it can pop out. So this is why this tool is a must, because you cannot put grease or any kind of lubricant, because you're going to ruin the seal. It's on the box, it's in the manual. It clearly says if you do, this will happen. So this is why you have to this tool, because it's really tight. I mean, I'm using a lot of strength to spin this bolt. I mean, a lot. There's a lot of force on it right now. As you can see, it's getting seated. So we're gonna get it seated until it bottoms out. All right. Take it off. Hopefully now you see why you cannot use the backyard method. And of course, to do it professionally, this is the only way to do it. This is guaranteed that there's no misalignment, it's not cocked, it's fully seated. There's also a special tool we use to check for crankshaft sag. That's an issue. There's a special tool we use for that. Okay, now we have it off. And look at that. Perfect depth. Let's go to the top. Perfect clearance. This is why we use this tool. So the next step is we're going to remove the RMS flange bolts. Get them properly sealed on the threads. That way they're not leaking. And then we're going to replace the AOS. So hopefully this video helped somebody that was curious and wanted to know some of the details on the rear main seal. Details are very important, and doing this the way that I just showed you is the only correct way to do it. There's no other way. No other tools that will actually do it and set it to a proper depth. Anyways, hope this video was helpful. We'll make another one soon, and we'll see you next time.